Imagine this. A bustling diner on the edge of a sleepy town. The air thick with the sizzle of steaks on the grill, the clink of silverware against plates, and that warm, greasy scent of comfort food that wraps around you like a hug. It's late evening, the kind where the sun dips low, painting the windows in golden hues. Our story starts with Michael, a billionaire in disguise. He's not flashing his wealth, no fancy suits or flashy watches. Just faded jeans, a worn flannel shirt, and a baseball cap pulled low over his eyes. Michael's on a mission, to go undercover, live like an average Joe, and see the world from the ground up. He pushes open the door, the bell jingling softly above him. The place is alive. Families laughing in booths, truckers nursing coffees at the counter. Michael slides into a corner booth, the vinyl seat creaking under him. He picks up the laminated menu, its edges sticky from years of use. "What'll it be, hun?" A voice breaks his thoughts. Sophia, the waitress. She's got that effortless grace, her apron tied tight, strands of auburn hair escaping her ponytail. Her smile is genuine, the kind that lights up tired eyes after a long shift. "I'll have the steak, medium rare," Michael says, keeping his voice steady casual. Sophia nods, scribbling on her notepad. "Comin' right up. Coffee while you wait." He agrees, and she pours it black, steam rising like a whisper. As she walks away, Michael watches the room. Kids coloring on placemats, an old couple sharing pie. It's real life, raw and unfiltered. No boardrooms, no deals, just people. But something catches his eye, Sophia's quick glance back at him. Was that curiosity, or something more? He sips his coffee, the bitter heat grounding him. Minutes tick by. The steak arrives, juicy and searing, with mashed potatoes piled high. He cuts in, savoring the first bite, the tender meat, the burst of flavor. It's simple perfection. Then, as Sophia clears a nearby table, she slips a note under his napkin. Folded small, discreet. Michael's heart skips. What's this? He unfolds it slowly, the paper crinkling in the quiet hum of the diner. The note reads, "I know who you are." His fork freezes mid-air. How? He's been so careful. No one should recognize him here. Pause for a moment. Imagine you're Michael, your secret teetering on the edge. What would you do? Run? Confront her? The air feels heavier now, the diner's chatter fading into a distant buzz. But that's just the beginning. What if this note isn't a threat, but a plea? Michael stares at the note, his pulse quickening like a drum in his chest. The words blur for a second. "I know who you are." The diner's warmth turns clammy, the steak forgotten on his plate. He glances up. Sophia's at the counter, pouring refills, her back to him. Does she sense his eyes on her? He folds the note, tucks it in his pocket. Deep breath. Act normal. "Hey, everything okay with your meal?" Sophia returns, her voice light, but her eyes, they're searching. Michael nods, forcing a smile. "Perfect. Thanks." She lingers a beat too long, then moves on. He watches her, efficient, kind, chatting with regulars like old friends. Who is she? A fan? A reporter sniffing out a story? Flashback in his mind. Michael's life before this. Private jets, endless meetings, a fortune built from tech empires. But lately, emptiness gnawed at him. That's why the undercover gig, to rebuild from scratch, prove he could do it without the silver spoon. No one knows, or so he thought. He pays the bill, leaves a generous tip, nothing flashy. As he stands, Sophia approaches. "Safe travels," she says softly. Her hand brushes his as she hands over the change. Another note? No, just coins. But her expression, it's pleading, almost desperate. Outside, the cool night air hits him like a wake-up call. Streetlights flicker, casting long shadows on the cracked sidewalk. He pulls out the note again, rereads it under the glow. Why slip it secretly? What's her game? Walking to his beat-up truck, his undercover ride, he hears footsteps. Turns. It's Sophia, apron off, jacket slung over her shoulder. "Wait," she calls, voice trembling. Michael freezes. You're Michael Hargrove, right?" The billionaire. His world tilts. How? He whispers, stepping closer. The scent of her perfume, vanilla and faint flowers, mixes with the night's chill. I saw your TED Talk last year. Recognized your eyes. She pauses, biting her lip. I need your help. Please. Help? From a stranger? Michael's mind races. Is this a scam? Or something real? He looks into her eyes, wide, earnest, rimmed with unshed tears. Tell me, he says, voice low. Sophia glances around, as if shadows might listen. Not here. Follow me. They drive to a quiet park. The engines hum the only sound. Benches under dim lamps, leaves rustling like secrets. She sits, he beside her. My name's Sophia. I work 2 jobs, but it's not enough. My daughter's sick, rare condition. Treatments cost a fortune. Michael's chest tightens. A kid? Emotions flood in sympathy, doubt. Why me? He asks. Because you're here, pretending to be normal. Maybe you understand struggle now. The moon peeks through clouds, illuminating her face. Silent moment hangs heavy. What if she's lying? Or worse, what if she's not? But as she pulls out a photo, a little girl with Sophia's smile, something shifts. Is this the twist that changes everything? The park bench creaks as Michael leans forward, the photo in his hand feeling heavier than it should. Little Emma, Sophia's daughter. Big blue eyes, curly hair, a grin that could melt ice. But the hospital bracelet on her wrist tells a darker tale. Leukemia, Sophia whispers, her voice cracking like dry leaves underfoot. The night air carries a chill, goosebumps rising on his arms. I've sold everything, she continues, tears glistening. Car, jewelry. Still, the bills pile up. Doctors say she needs experimental treatment. Hundreds of thousands. Michael hands back the photo, his fingers brushing hers. Warm, real. I'm sorry, he murmurs. But inside, caution bells ring. Undercover life has taught him suspicion. People always want something. Why not go public? Fundraisers? He probes gently. Sophia shakes her head, wiping her eyes with her sleeve. Tried. Small town, everyone's struggling. And pride, it's hard asking. She looks at him, vulnerable. But you're different. You could change her life with a snap. Pause here. Picture it. The quiet park, crickets chirping, distant traffic hum. Michael's mind whirls. Help her and blow his cover? Ignore her and live with the guilt? Show me proof, he says finally. Sophia nods, pulling out her phone. Medical reports scroll by, scans, bills, Emma's pale face in a hospital bed. They talk for hours. Sophia's story unfolds. Single mom, deadbeat ex, dreams deferred. I wanted to be a teacher. She laughs bitterly. Now I serve steaks to survive. Michael shares snippets, his own losses, the isolation of wealth. Laughter mixes with tears, the bond forming like invisible threads. As dawn hints on the horizon, pink streaks in the sky, he drives her home. A modest apartment, toys scattered on the lawn. Thank you for listening, she says at the door. Her hug is brief, but it lingers. The scent of her hair, the soft. Back in his motel room, Michael paces. The note burns in his pocket. Is this fate or a clever trap? He Googles her name, nothing suspicious. But doubt lingers like fog. Morning comes, sun filtering through cheap curtains. He heads back to the diner, heart pounding. Sophia's there, serving with that same smile. Coffee? She asks, innocent. He nods. As she pours, he whispers, I'll help. Her eyes widen. Joy? Relief? But then, a customer calls. A burly man, glaring. Sophia, hurry up. Michael's instincts flare. Who is he? The man approaches, possessive hand on her shoulder. Who's this? He growls. Silent tension builds. Is this ex the real danger? Or part of a bigger scheme? The diner's morning rush hits like a wave. Clattering plates, coffee machines hissing, the aroma of bacon weaving through the air. Michael sits rigid, eyes on the burly man. Robert, as Sophia introduces him. My brother, she explains quickly. but her voice wavers. Robert's grip on her shoulder tightens, his stare cold as steel. "Family business," he mutters, steering her away. Michael's coffee turns bitter on his tongue. Brother or trouble? He watches them argue in hushed tones by the kitchen. Robert's gestures sharp, demanding. Sophia nods, defeated. Something's off. Later, in the alley behind the diner during her break, cigarette smoke curls up, mixing with dumpster smells. "Robert's protective," Sophia says, exhaling. "Since Dad died, he's all I have. But he borrows money. Thinks he can fix things his way." His way. Michael presses, leaning against the brick wall, rough under his palms. "Gambling. Bad debts." She stubs out the cigarette. "He saw us last night. Thinks you're loaded." Ah, the catch. Michael's guard rises. "So this is about him?" Hurt flashes in her eyes. "No, Emma's real. But Robert, he might use it." They part uneasy. Michael digs deeper, calls a trusted PI from his real life. "Check Sophia Ellis," he texts. Hours later, report comes. Clean, but Robert? Shady ties, loan sharks, potential threat. Evening falls, rain pattering on windows like anxious fingers. Michael meets Sophia at her place. Emma's there. Tiny, giggling on the couch with cartoons blaring. "Uncle Mike?" she asks innocently. His heart melts. They play blocks, her laughter light as bells. But Robert bursts in, rain-soaked. "Heard you're helping," he sneers. "How much?" Michael stands tall. "For Emma, not you." Tension crackles. Robert lunges, fist flying. Michael dodges, adrenaline surging. Sophia screams, "Stop!" They grapple, crashing into furniture. With splinters, rain louder now. Michael pins him. "Leave them alone." Robert laughs darkly. "You don't know the half." Released, he storms out. Sophia sobs, hugging Emma. "Thank you," she whispers to Michael. But as he leaves, phone buzzes. PI. Robert's not her brother. Ex-con. Blackmailing her. Betrayal stings like salt in a wound. Who's lying? And why? Rain slicks the streets, turning them into mirrors reflecting neon signs. Michael drives aimlessly, mind a storm. Robert's not family? Blackmail? He pulls over, calls Sophia. "We need to talk. Now." Her apartment glows warmly against the downpour. Emma's asleep, curls fanned on her pillow. Sophia brews tea, hands shaking. Steam rises, herbal scent calming the chaos. "Robert's my ex," she confesses, sinking into a chair. "Abusive. I left, but he found us. Threatens to take Emma if I don't pay his debts." Tears stream. "The note? I recognized you. Hoped you'd help without him knowing." Michael paces, floorboards creaking. "Why lie?" "Fear," she admits. "He's dangerous." Emotions clash. Anger, pity, resolve. "I'll handle him," Michael says. They plan. Wire money for Emma's treatment anonymously. Expose Robert. Next day, sun breaks through clouds, birds chirping hope. Michael confronts Robert at a seedy bar. Smoke thick, pool balls clacking. "Leave them," he demands, sliding an envelope. "Pay off." Robert smirks. "Or what rich boy?" But Michael's security, hidden till now, steps in. "Or jail." Robert backs down, vanishing into shadows. Weeks pass. Emma starts treatment, color returning to her cheeks. Sophia quits the diner, pursues teaching. Michael, his undercover ends, but the lessons stick. Back in his world, he funds charities, remembers the note that changed him. Pause. Reflect. A simple stake order led to this. Lives intertwined, secrets unraveled. Now think about it. What if a stranger's note altered your path forever? Have you ever received a message that stopped you cold? Share in the comments. Your stories might inspire someone else's turning point.